Woodcraft, helping you make woodwork.
Okay, so has anybody made any of these little Christmas ornaments? Yep. Yeah, you have? Nobody else though, huh? Okay, all right. Well, essentially in the kit, you're going to have a tube and a couple of small parts. That's essentially all the kit is, okay? One part is just a ring to hang it from, and the other end will be a finial of some kind, a little icicle shaped like this one. This one is just a little half round, just a little dome shape. So there are 3 different types of kits. They all run around $5 or so. Now, the kit comes with a tube that's about an inch, inch and a quarter long. It's a pretty short tube, okay? But it is essentially a 7mm slimline tube, okay? So you can use a bottle stopper size like this and make your ornament just a little bit bigger. And I apologize, when I was in my shop this morning gathering up all my supplies for the demo today, I forgot to bring some samples with me. I've got several of these turned at home, various woods and things, but I was in a hurry this morning, and well, there you go. But we're gonna turn one here this afternoon and let you see how this works. Again, it's a 7mm tube, same size as a slimline pin. It's been drilled, obviously. The tube is glued in just like you would if it was a pin blank. Okay, and the ends have been squared off with a barrel trimmer. So a lot of your pin turning equipment that you have now is still going to apply and still going to work for you for creating a project like this. This is one of the coolest things about pin turning. Once you learn to do pin turning, it opens up a whole world of a whole variety of different types of projects that you can make like this. Key rings, bottle stoppers, pizza cutters, ice cream scoops, the list goes on and on. There's a lot of different types of projects that you can apply the same principles you learn in pin turning to this kind of thing, okay? Pepper mills, sure, yeah. So that's essentially what I have on the lathe right now is one of these. It's all tubed, ready to turn. You'll notice that we're using a pin turner's mandrel here today. Check my speed. Yeah. I'm sorry? You can take that tube out after you get done. No, the tube stays in. Oh, is that right? The tube is glued in. Yeah. Yeah. The gentleman's question was, does the tube come out when you're all done? No. The tube is glued in. It is a permanent part of the ornament. And that's because these parts have a press fit, and they're very closely machined to the inside diameter of that brass tube. So the brass tube is a permanent part. Yeah. Yeah.
The reason I asked the question is in the photograph it shows holes drilled through the side, through it in both directions. And that's what I was thinking.
Ah.
What kind of wood are you using?
Pardon me?
What kind of wood are you using?
Ah, the question is, what kind of wood are we using today? We're using a Spectra ply blank, which is essentially a glue up of colored veneers made out of birch to create this pattern, and several others that we have over here. They come in several different colors. They're color combinations, you could even say. So that's what we're using today. We'll be turning with the Easy Wood tools. I really like my Easy Wood tools. I think they're some of the easiest to use. Probably part of how they came up with the name, Easy Wood. For those of you that aren't familiar with Easy Wood tools, you want the height of your tool rest set so that the cutting edge of your tool is pretty much right at the center line. Okay, that's a fairly important thing to keep in mind. We're just a tad bit high. The quality of your cut will definitely be affected by the height of the tool. Okay, it really wants to be pretty much right at that center line. Okay, tools are designed to be used level to the floor. You simply move straight into your workpiece and make your cut. Believe it or not, that's really the only lesson you need in how to use Easy Wood tools. And the same thing really applies whether you're using the detailer or the finisher or the rougher, the hollowing tools. They're all designed to be used the same way. Level to the floor, straight in, and make your cut. There's no searching for the sweet spot, trying to find the bevel to ride the bevel at the correct angle. You know, all of those things that are actually very important to do when using traditional turning tools. Easy Wood tools pretty much eliminates all that. Okay, so any questions so far?
Yeah, very expensive.
Compared to what?
Oh, God, yeah. Well, then you can.
Then no.
No.
The question was.
I got a pen turning tool I bought here, the cheap ones, and then I got another set of regular ones. I've never used any of them.
Okay.
Not for years. And,
The question, for those of you that couldn't hear it, the question was, are the tools very expensive? Well, they cost a little bit more than some of the traditional turning tools. However, comma, we'll sell you traditional turning tools all day long, but then we're going to have to come over here and pay a visit to the sharpening aisle. Okay? And there you could spend, you know, another $200–300 very quickly, very easily to get the machinery and the jigs and so forth that are necessary to maintain traditional turning tools the way they are designed to be maintained.
and those have removable tips on them, don't they? Yes.
These are, yes, yep. When this gets dull, you simply rotate it a quarter turn and off you go. Yeah. So at the outset, they are a little bit more expensive, yes, but in the long run, you'll actually find these tools to be more economical, I think. Okay. Now, since I don't have a turning smock on today and I don't like having chips go down my shirt, I'm going to turn myself into a little wood turning nerd here today and button my shirt all the way up.
Better than a hot casing.
What's that?
Better than a hot casing.
Well, yes. Fortunately, we're not dealing with any hot casings this afternoon, so I've had that happen before, though. Yeah, that's not fun either. Okay, here we go. So we're going to check a couple of things here. We're going to make sure that that our blank is not hitting our tool rest. We've already adjusted the height. I know what speed range I'm running at. I'm going to increase my speed here just a little bit. We're going to run around 2,300 RPM. We'll try not to throw too much dust at you here, Ron. But there's going to be some, trust me. All right, so again, level to the floor. One other thing I'll mention before I get started. Normally, you want your tool rest as close to your workpiece as you can get it. Okay? You want to minimize the gap between the front edge of the rest and your workpiece. Reason being that you don't want to have this happen. And if you have a great big gap here, that's an invitation. Okay? I have found that Easy Wood tools, while you can certainly move your tool rest in, because of this bevel right here, it actually likes to be a little bit further out. About, yeah, a little bit further out. 1/4, 3/8 of an inch. Normally you want to be in that 1/8 inch out. This one you can come out just a little bit. It seems as if the cut quality is better. It doesn't seem to chatter as much, and I think it's just because of the way the tool is made. Okay? Pardon?
What was the distance you were talking about again?
Well, right now I'm probably around, well, actually probably between 3/8 and a half inch out. But that's kind of a general rule of thumb. It's not anything that's set, you know, hard, fast in stone or anything. All right. And you'll notice that the Easy Wood tool makes a quick job of that. Okay, we're down to round already. lickety-split, no problem. You can see we're making some nice pretty sawdust today. By the way, in my shop at home, I would be wearing my dust mask. I highly, highly recommend that you wear a dust mask no matter what you're turning. We do it without, simply for purposes of photography, okay? But I would typically be wearing a dust mask when I'm turning.
I got a quick question, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
I got a
Question was, what about dust collection when I'm using a dust collector in front of my lathe? It should pick up a great deal of it, yes. I would still wear a dust mask if I were you, yeah. But yes, you're absolutely right. You won't end up with the mess that I'm going to have here when we get done today. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Chemicals in different types of man-made materials, if you will, adhesives, resins, those types of things. You really don't want to breathe them in on, for a prolonged basis. This stuff here, while this is natural wood, this is birch that's been dyed and then laminated together. Well, we have dyes in here. We have resins, we have adhesives, all of those types of things that we really want to watch out for. With your dust collector running, sir, yeah, you're going to pick up a lot of the dust coming off of here, but there's still going to be those fine particles that are floating around. So, yeah. I'd just like to clarify, I do wear a dust mask when I turn. Yes, sir. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so the first thing, like I said, the first thing we did was we turned it round. So we're going to switch over to the tool called the finisher, which is just the round cutter. For those of you that are using Easy Wood tools, you're already familiar with these. And let's see, what do we want this thing to look like? That's another nice thing about these ornaments, is that you can make them whatever shape and design that you like. And just because I started with a blank this size doesn't mean you can't start with one 2 inches square, 3 inches square. Just basically choose a size of blank that will allow you to create the design that you're looking for. We've got these Spectra plies in 3x3s over here. Do some kind of a nice little bell shape if you want. With a 3x3. You can do anything you want to.